Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video on Lumber Capital Log Yard. I'm Emerald, and this is our family's log yard. Because it's outdoors, the lumber has to deal with being outside all year round as well as the people. And this can be kind of tricky. It takes a lot extra work, especially here in the winter time when we have to make sure that the piles are all cleared off for the customers who might come in for the lumber, because this is our lumber inventory. It looks a little snowy right now, and that's what we're going to try and solve today because we're having some more weather coming. So let's get into it. We're getting a little snowed on right now, and it seems like the weather's at least calling for it to continue to snow and then eventually turn into rain later on in the night. Now, this sucks because if it rains and then freezes, all of the lumber, well, it's not lumber anymore, it's just an ice brick. So it's really no fun. It takes a whole lot of beating the lumber, and then you get broken pieces. It's a mess, honestly. So the boss has instructed us to tarp all of the lumber piles. Now, is this really a solution? Well, it's debated among the family members. Jade and I, we see it as like it's gonna rain on the tarps and then the tarps freeze onto the piles, and that sucks pretty bad. Not to mention the tarps don't really seem to protect the lumber too much because water still gets inside, and then it's almost just as much of a nightmare. But the boss sees that it is worth it today, so we're just gonna do what we're told, put on the tarps here. And I don't think you've ever seen our process for this. It's kind of, I mean, there's no great solution to this except put all your lumber indoors. Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? So Judah has been scraping in between all the piles. It's taken him days because it's actually just ice. It looks like snow, but just complete ice under it. And it's snowing more on top of the piles as we're trying to sticker what we did yesterday. So we need to get all this pile out into inventory, finish cleaning up the piles, try and get it all tarped up before tonight. So we have a lot to do. Let's get to it. There's 3 of us here. We can bust it out pretty quick, I know it. we're all done stickering, so we are moving on to the tarping. We had this old billboard tarp thing that we cut up. It was huge. We cut up it into strips, oh wow, years ago, and we've been using it ever since, every year. So that's why it looks like that. And so we also use then just chunks of wood, kind of like this. We call it dunnage. I know that's kind of our own name for it, but just to kind of keep the tarps down, because if the wind blows, woof, well, they're gone. So it takes a lot of dunnage to keep these tarps down, because I mean, it's a lot of lumber we got to cover. So let's cross our fingers we have enough tarps too, because that always seems to be a problem. We only ever have to use it once or twice a year, hopefully, but hey, at least we made it to February, right? Before we had to use them. Oh, let's hope this rain isn't as bad as what they're calling for. The weather people, they're never right. Roxy.
Stay, so it's best for us to try and find our way. 'Cause if we try to pause or hit rewind, we'll begin to crash and fall, just to be left behind. As the planes turn to towns and towns turn to cities, and the companies and the politicians, yeah, they stay winning. Now greed and corruption is new way of life, and it's only caused nothing but pain and strife. Yeah, the winds of change are blowing through, just as regular as the morning dew. Yeah, the winds of change are here to stay, so it's best for us to try and find our way.
We've got it all covered, but we won't really know till tomorrow whether it works or not when we go to peel it up. You know, in theory, it's a great idea. It's not really very, what's a good word? I don't really know. It doesn't really make people want to come buy your lumber when it's covered in 3 inches of snow and ice. So in theory, it's a great idea. Cover the lumber with tarps and stuff. But we'll see just how much kind of soaks through the tarps. Tarps always say they're waterproof, but it's kind of like boots. If a boot says it's waterproof, you know it ain't. You know it ain't. because you've been there before where you go step in a creek. Oh, well, the inside of my boot's wet. I guess it's not waterproof. I don't know. Water resistant. That's what they have to say from now on. Water resistant, not waterproof. That's just a scam. That's a scam. All right, well, we'll see just how waterproof these tarps are, and we'll see. We'll have to wait for tomorrow, though. So I'm ready to get warmed up in the nice truck because it's getting just kind of awful out here, honestly. So we'll see you back here next time, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribe, of course, if you haven't yet. But other than that, we'll see you back here next time. Bye.